All right, this is lesson 1, music theory, and I'm going to go over some note values and note rest with you. So today we're going to start with the quarter note. It also is a quarter note rest, that's its doppelganger, but the quarter note has one beat. Quarter note rest also has one beat. I'm not the best artist in the world. I'm better at teaching music in person, but here it is. The way we'd count it: 1, 1, 1, 1, or rest, 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 rest. When you're counting these, you know your quarter note is 1. If you're counting that measure of rest, if it was a rest, 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 you'll clap because you don't play. So quarter note, 4 of them would be 1, 1, 1, 1, or the rests: rest, 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 rest. That is quarter note page that I've made here. Okay, this can be done in combinations. I'm just showing the values together. So 4 quarter notes, 4 quarter rests. Quarter note, it's 1 beat. The next thing we're going to talk about today is this page. This page is dealing with the half notes. Those are 2 count notes. Notice it looks very similar to the quarter note, but it's not shaded in. Its doppelganger rest is called the half rest. Although this is far from perfect, this drawing, many people will say the hat rest because it looks like a little top hat. So you have your 2 count half note, or your 2 count half rest, 2 beats. This is a measure, 4 counts of half notes. Right now we would count those 1-2, 1-2, or with these rests, the same length duration. Rest, rest, or here, rest, rest. Clapping wise, you clap when you would start the note. So a half note would be 1-2, 1-2, or rest, 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 by what I have written here. So that's this page. Now, the next page I have written out right now, and we may write some more out in a minute, but this one is dealing with what you may see first in music, however, the whole notes. A whole note is supposed to look like an egg. It's an egg-shaped drawing, but mine kind of is leaning on the side. Whole note gets 4 beats. Its doppelganger rest is called a whole rest. It looks like the top hat, but the other way around. Some people will call a whole rest a hole in the ground. Looks like you've dug, like if that's the land. You've dug underneath, and that's the whole rest. But it gets 4 beats. This gets 4 beats. Whole note would be counted 1-2-3-4 dash. Add a dash there. You want to hold it down. Or rest, 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 rest. So if you had your tempo going, you would count a whole note. It's going to take up the whole measure. There's only 1 in a typical measure 4 times. So you would go whole note. 1-2-3-4 are the rests. Rest, 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 rest. And that's how you would count a whole rest. Now, in music, in singing music, or in ukulele music, or whatever instrument you're playing, a wind instrument, woodwind instrument, a brass instrument, a percussion instrument, if you are doing whatever, these type of rhythms, there are other rhythms too, but even the songs that you start out with at the very, very first of these books is going to be songs with just those rhythms that I just showed you, or combinations of those rhythms mixed together. Typically, songs have 4 beats in each measure. A measure is just like if you're measuring something like, with a tape measure or with a ruler. There's like an inch, that's one measurement, then another measurement, then another measurement. music is also divided just like that in increments that they call measures. Our typical measures have 4 beats in them. They call that 4/4 time. So for the sake of counting, let's mix some of the rhythms up that I just showed you. So for example, I'll draw these out as we're talking. We started out today with the quarter notes. And you might have something like this for your counting. So we have a combination of 3 different things. I did 1 in each measure in this case. We have quarter notes, each one count, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then we have here, rest, 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 rest. Then these half notes, 1-2, 1-2. So to put it together, if this was the music line, 1, 1, 1, 1, rest, 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 1-2, 1-2, and that would be that counting. Let's do another one. How about a mix of whole note? And let's do this. We're going to mix some of these rhythms together. Okay, and again, my handwriting's not always the best. So what do we have here? We have a whole note. It's a quarter note, but that is not a quarter note. Notice it is not shaded in, so that is a half note. Quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, half note. Now before I give you the answer, I'm going to write it out underneath, I think. Think to yourself, do you know how to count this line? You may be going, what? But remember, I gave you the tools before. So, and I'll probably include them too. If you get this video, I'll include them as an attachment. So for now, this is one way to count it. You also could count it out. You know, you could go, each one could add up to 4. That's another day. But right now, 1-2-3-4-1, 1-2, 1, 1, 1, 1-2. Now the way I would clap that as I do it, I would do it like this. 1-2-3-4-1, 1-2, 1, 1, 1, 1-2. That would be the way you would count it. All right, I hope that will be helpful.